Hello, this is G of Laserbolt from GamerFusion.com, and welcome guys to another Destiny guide. Today we're going to be doing a weapon guide, and we're going to be reviewing the Atheon's Epilogue. Now, the reason I don't do reviews that often is because I try to get my guns fully upgraded before I actually do a review. And as you can see, this Atheon's Epilogue is fully upgraded. I don't like to do reviews. A lot of people ask me, why don't you do reviews more often with weapons? I don't like to do reviews when the weapon is not fully upgraded because you don't give it what you don't give it the benefit of the doubt on the weapon. You just primarily review something without primarily getting it fully upgraded. It's kind of, it doesn't serve its purpose because you're not testing the gun fully. But the Atheon's Epilogue, if you guys are wondering how do I get an Atheon's Epilogue or where did you get it, the only way you're able to obtain this is if you do the Vaults of Glass. You can do that either on normal or on hard mode. And this was received once you beat Atheon's. As you guys see, the name is called Atheon's Epilogue. And that is the reason and how you obtain it. Now, there's a few things to note now. If you guys see, my attack right now is at 300. It does not start with 300. I believe it starts with 247. That's the attack that the gun starts off with. And it's a void damage gun, meaning that it's the purple. The purple is primarily anything that has purple shield around it. This gun will primarily, cause damage to or bring that shield down a lot quicker. So it's a gun that you must primarily focus on a lot once you get it, and try to get it upgraded as soon as possible. The reason is because if you do a lot of Vaults of Glass, or if you're doing a lot of PvE, you're gonna want to have this gun in your arsenal just because it's a beast, guys. I'm telling you, this gun is one of my favorite go-to guns when I'm using it. Now, there's a few drawbacks and a few good points which we're going to go cover, and I'm going to show you guys what the gun feels like and what the gun looks like, but we're just going to go over a few specs on the gun. So one of the first things you're going to notice that you're going to be able to upgrade, you have the red dots, which acquires sight for precision fire. You have a true sight, and this is flexible sight, light with good recoil control, strong target acquisition. And then you have the range Lens RLS3. As you guys see, this one, you see from right there what it does. So primarily with this one, you're able to get a longer range, and we're going to test this out in the battlefield pretty soon. So I'm just giving you an example so you guys see what they look like, and we'll check each different aspect of them so you guys can see what the loadout. This is the current loadout I have, and I'll explain why I have it after we test each additional unit. So this is gives you a little bit of range, but you lose the stability and your reload is reduced by a little bit. This one, your reload is improved, but your stability and range is primarily drops down. Then we have the persistence. This weapon grows more accurate for a longer fire period. This one is like going to be your best friend once you upgrade it. And the good thing is that it's very, very soon when you guys open, primarily just unlock this one. Then after this, we have upgrade damage, and then we have the good stuff right here, guys. This is just to make the weapon reload faster. This is primarily gives you more ammo capacity, and this gives you more stability, less recoil. So this is what we have. If you guys notice right here, the stability will drop, and as you see right there, if you increase that, the stability will get increased by dramatically. So then you have glass half full. The bottom half of each magazine causes additional damage, and then you have upgrade damage, and all of these are unlocked and equipped once the weapon is done. So this is the Oracle Disruptor. So when I say this gun is going to be one of your go-to guns when you do the Vault of Glass, you're going to be able to kill damage. You're primarily going to be, when you're shooting oracles, you're going to be able to deal a lot of bonus damage to the oracles. So definitely something you guys are going to want to have when you're doing the Vault of Glass. And another good thing I want to point out is the magazine size. 70, fellas, is an awesome amount of magazine size. But without further ado, let's go test out this bad boy and see how well it performs within the within the world of Destiny. So I'm gonna go to the moon. The reason I'm gonna go to the moon is usually we have a couple people spawning, and we're able to test different aspects of the guns once we're playing it. So here are what we're gonna be doing. So let's head on to the moon. All right, guys. So we've made it to the moon, and once we're here in the moon, let me show you guys the different scopes I was talking about. So right here we have, this is the first scope, and you see right there the little how much the bounce of stability. I want you to focus that once we take the stability off, you guys will be able to see that. So let me go ahead and change the scope on the gun so you guys can see the different scope. And we're going to change this to the Truesight Is, and now you're going to be able to see that our scope becomes a little bit smaller and it's green. but as you guys see, the recoil does go up just a tad bit compared to what we previously had. And if you guys see right there, my ammo count is very, very high. So we're going to go back again and switch this one. This one will give us more range, but will also reduce the stability. As you guys see, it's kind of a zoom in scope. And a cool thing about the zoom in scope, it gives you that you have 70 bullets, but you guys notice that the recoil does tend to go very, very, very high up. So you're not going to want to use that too much, because look how high that goes, even though this gun does have a lot of recoil. So let me show you guys exactly what we are going to do. So now we're going to switch it back to the way we had it, but I'm going to give you guys so you guys can see how fast the reload is compared to the previous reload when we reload. So this is right here right now. As you guys see, we did lose the stability. You guys notice that the gun does go up, but the reload is a lot faster compared to what we had. So if you guys didn't see that, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to switch it back and forth so you guys can see the difference of the reload. So right here, this is to reload the weapon faster. I'm going to take it off and show you guys the reload speed. So, you see that? So let's go ahead and count that out. Let's shoot some fire right here and count that out. And 1, 2, 3. So primarily 3 to 4 seconds. Now we're going to go ahead and replace that and put the reload speed on that. And we're going to check the reload speed right now. So ready? And 1. Oh, come on. And 1. Okay. Come on now. Reload. Am I out of ammo? Oh, hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's redo that one more time. Hold on. Redo. Alright, here we go. So 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Let's try it again. 1, 2, and 3. So it cuts off like about a second to 2 seconds. Not much of a difference, but I mean, it could be very daunting. So I don't really pick any of these, and I'd rather go with the stability, because if you guys notice, the recoil is very exponential. So let me show you right here. If I shoot this, you see how it goes up. You can see the purple trailings right here. You'll see the gun spots right here. So how high it went up. So let me show you once again, and I'll try to get closer to that as soon as I can. So you guys notice right here, you see how high up that goes. So if I go ahead and switch that over to my stability one, which you'll notice right here, which will reduce the recoil, you will notice that now when I shoot that, I only have 3 dots as opposed to the only 5 or 6 dots that I had going up. So the recoil is improved a lot. So let's talk a little bit about what we could expect out of this gun and why do I recommend it. What are the good things and what are the bad things? So primarily, this gun is a beast, not only on player versus player, but player versus engine. If you guys do raids, Vault of Glass, dailies, this is going to be your primarily go-to gun once you guys get this gun. Now, one thing I do want to point out, when you first pick up this gun, it's not going to be your best friend, to be honest. You're going to be kind of hated a little bit. A lot of recoil. It's going to be spraying all over, and you're going to be like, man, this gun is not really that great. But once you have it fully upgraded, this gun is just a monster, guys. It's going to take out, it's going to not only take out units with void damage, but even units with different types of shields. You're just going to kind of like go through them like if it were nothing. You kind of just slap them around, silly. And this gun will bring them down even though it's not void damage. So one thing I would recommend once you get this gun is definitely upgrade it, and you will love this gun. Now let's talk a little bit about the bad things about this gun. Now if you notice right now, if I shoot this gun, it shoots kind of like laser. Now this tends to blind you sometimes when too many things are happening at once. You'll get blinded because the laser is hitting the person, and you won't be able to see good peripherals on both of your sides. So peripheral wise, I wouldn't recommend the gun if you guys are not accustomed to kind of just zooming in and zooming out when you're shooting. Now another thing that I don't like about the gun is that it becomes a little bit of a trigger happy gun. What do I mean when I say trigger happy? Is that you're going to be, the weapon size and the magazine size is so good on this gun that it's going to come to a point that you're going to be like, man, I don't run out of bullets. And you keep shooting and shooting, and you're going to run out of bullets and be like, oh, snap, I got to reload. So you're going to want to be checking your reload as much as you can. If you notice right here, look at all the amount of bullets I can shoot before I need to reload. So you could take out multiple enemies down. One thing you do want to do is concentrate on one enemy at the time, because it will happen that you're going to, sometimes when you're fighting higher level enemies, it will cause you to kind of, kill one enemy, bring down its health bar all the way down, and then you're going to want to go focus on another enemy, and you're just going to have them in very little health and get stuck in reload speed. So make sure you guys keep note on that as soon as you pick up the gun. If you guys notice, look at that, how fast I'm just going through that guy, and I still have enough ammo to take him out. So you notice right there, take that guy out, and just look how much ammo I have. So ammo capacity is a plus, reload speed is a plus. Once you have the stability doesn't really matter. It has very little recoil once it's fully upgraded. And the gun is great for the vaulted glass. That's the good thing. The bad part about the gun is just what I said, the trigger happy. If you're good with keeping track of when you need to reload, that'll be great. The other thing is the peripherals that are going to be affected. Once you're shooting the gun, it's going to be hard to see from side to side, even dependent on the type of of scope you have. I would suggest if you guys are having problems with the peripherals, best thing to do is change the gun and go to the secondary peripheral. It doesn't disimprove the stability that much, and it gives you more space and more room to actually view your sights. Now, other than that, for the bad part, that's the only thing bad I find about the gun. But if you have the gun and you find anything bad or anything good that I missed, make sure you guys leave a comment down below. And don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, head over to Gamer Fusion, where we empower your gaming.